Good morning and welcome to this session. We're here to talk about many digital novelties. The high-end market has entered a new age, the digital one. Transformation is on its way. It's involving all of us in our daily life. This is via social networks and all digital activities we perform on a daily basis. We now aware of the fact that the new digital tools can be extremely useful and can really help marketing and sale. They will enable us to develop new corporate assets, a new sale strategy. I want to thank Vicenza Fiera for inviting us today. So let's talk about digital news or novelties. We're here to talk about innovative solutions for business-to-business activities and business-to-consumer activities. Innovative solutions involve everyone in a new definition of clients, but also the relationship with distributors, with the sales network, and also the relationship between stores and their own employees. But most of all, the relationship with private customers. So we're talking about a comprehensive new definition of the role of companies, both for B2B and for B2C. Today we're going to see what we can do to really take full advantage of all digital tools. I'd like to trace back the most recent marketing developments. Marketing started offline. In the high-end market and business, the offline life is still very important. Offline marketing means visual merchandising, which is still very important in the way you present your products on your window shops. It is important for producers in terms of how they present their jewels during shows such as this one. But virtual merchandising is not everything. Packaging is also equally important for offline marketing. Packaging is important to present our jewels, our watches in the best possible way. When we introduce our e-commerce solutions, packaging still plays a role. For example, where items are delivered following the online sale. So they are also used when with online marketing activities. Online marketing activities enable us to perform a highly detailed customers profiling. Offline marketing was described as outbound marketing. There was a monodirectional approach from the customers to the clients. This is through mass media, television, radio. When you watch a TV ad or you listen to a radio advertisement, as a client, communication is pushed onto you. That's why they talk about monodirectional marketing. The customer is not interacting with the advertisement. So that's as far as outbound marketing. Inbound marketing with a pull function complements outbound marketing, but it also gives rise to a two-way relationship between customers and the company, which means that clients can use several digital tools, for example, the call to action or digital icons, enabling users to enter the digital shops and many other examples could be given that contribute in increasing the engagement with the users. So users are extremely active, and it is this interaction between customers and the company that gives rise to a new way of interpreting the relationship with clients. So we mentioned the digital tools, but there are other tools that we can use to support and foster our sales. Now give the floor to my colleague Serena. Serena is going to give us some clear and simple examples about this multi-channel integration. Offline and online marketing are now part of a unique approach. They complement each other to give rise to a strong brand identity. We will also be talking about some novelties with a particular focus on social networks. Thank you, Daniela, and thank you for being here with us today. I'm now going to take you to what I define as an immersive journey. This will enable us to fully understand the deep digital transformation we're all experiencing. Today, people talk about digital revolution. They talk about transformation, digital transformation. Brands, thanks to the digital revolution, are completely transforming their relationship with their customers. High-end brands must be fully aware that the transformation and the revolution has already started. It's here to stay, and they should not be passively subject to this revolution. On the contrary, they should embark on this new journey in a very proactive way. In the current digital transformation, users, i.e. the clients we see in our stores every day, or clients reaching us via the digital channels, do not see the difference or the gap between physical and digital. And this is the reason why more and more people are using the term Retail 4.0, which really summarizes this new way of shopping. We said that for consumers, the online and the offline experience are just aspects of the very same experience. I'll give you an example. This is something we all experience as users of brands. Sometimes we buy products online, but then we pick the product in the store because we like meeting up with human people. There are times when we go to the shops, we want to buy something that we had seen online. The product is not available at the store, and so we decide to go back home and buy it online. There are other times where we decide to return an item that we bought online and we want to return it at the shop. So online and offline are really fully integrated and fully intertwined. The high-end industry is now able to really rethink and enrich the experience they offer to their customers both online and at the store by using the digital tools that are available nowadays. And Daniela will talk about those tools in a minute. These tools enable us to really establish a new, a deeper and highly profiled experience with our customers. One should start talking about omni-channel marketing. And why do we use the term omni-channel, and what do we really mean? Well, omni-channel marketing is something boosting customers' engagement as much as possible. This is what customers are expecting. And future customers, the so-called digital natives, are expecting such a level of interaction. This enhanced interaction and engagement will enable customers who are not really familiar with our products or with our services and will realize that our brand is a real one, a brand with full identity. So this omni-channel approach is there to be able to serve our customers at best. At the heart of multi-channel or omni-channel experience, clients, their needs and their expectations are at the very heart. In this slide, I have summarized what I've just said in a graphic way to really show that there is what I refer to as a constellation of touch points. However, at the very heart of this constellation, you still have the consumer. There should be full harmonization and consistency among all touch points. A minute ago, we explained how people swiftly move and seamlessly move from the offline to the online. The online platforms they provide information, for example, and many customers, before buying anything, get information on social media. They try and understand the type of communication a brand is using. Of course, you also have direct marketing, after sales, customer service. You have the CRM, digital tools, online catalogues, which are not replacing physical catalogues, and we know the importance and the role of physical catalogues, and we know that how much attention is usually devoted to physical catalog, a paper catalog, in terms of design, in terms of photographs. And then you have online advertisement and mobile apps, and the match between your website and the digital store. All these touch points should be absolutely in line with our image and with our content strategy, with a tone of voice, and to our brand identity. As I said before, this is what consumers are expecting. This is particularly true for digital natives. Touch points should be regarded as dialogue windows that we open to our clients, where clients will have a real-time, consistent and coordinated brand experience. Real-time is really important. The delay between cause and effects should be as short as possible. That's why we talk about real-time communication. So in this new digital area, we have a different way of making business. We have a different level of awareness about the time we're living. But what's really changing is the target that we have. So what about these digital natives, the so-called Z generation, the Millennials? They are our new target profile, today's young people. we have to look at them, not just to learn how to use digital platforms, including social media or the use of multiple devices. What we have to learn is how they use contents. We have to understand how they communicate. The attention span is really low, 8 seconds, and they're used to use technologies not as a tool, but as an integral part of their working life. This is particularly true and particularly important also when it comes to communication and when it comes to content marketing. So I said that we have to learn from this new generation. We have to understand how they use communication. And we have to develop a new visual content strategy which is in line with their expectations. Contents should be able to stir people's curiosity, should also provoke new emotions, and should be customized depending on the needs and the expectations. Visual contents must be consistent, but must be rich in terms of communicative messages, and should be there to really serve our visual strategies. Here I have a few examples of feeds of an Instagram page, just to illustrate how much it takes to organize a consistent social strategy. Contents should be there, not just to fill in the pages, but it should be there because you really have something to tell about, something to communicate. There are several techniques for content marketing. For example, storytelling is one of them. So for each brand, we really have to understand what tool should be used for our content marketing strategy.
So look at another page on Instagram. Indeed, is the best visual content strategy platform, together with the brand identity on the mobile app and on the online catalog. That's why we have to offer to all customers, as well as to digital natives, so that they can have a consistent and coordinated brand experience. Visual content marketing gives us the opportunity to improve the engagement of customers, and also to be more attractive in the prospects and to get the best of loyalty to our customers. Let me go back with the previous slide. A key element of visual content strategy, and in visual strategies, the key word is creativity. It's a mandatory factor to be included in all strategies. And most of all, we have to be very careful to offer the most adequate content to the platform. So we have to be adequate. Indeed, Facebook has its own algorithm, its communication strategies. Instagram have different strategies. Our website should have touch points to support e-commerce, if any. So what we propose visually should be fully planned and well coordinated. This is to summarize our daily life. Social media are, in a way, our best friend. Without considering the social relations, they are platforms that we cannot do without. I wouldn't mention the way in which business dynamics, B2B and B2C, have been changed by media. I'd like to draw your attention during this journey to make you aware of the importance of the inputs that Daniela will offer you later. Just think how we can speak about social commerce, the multi-channel customer experience, which should become more and more involving and fast, in real time and immediate. To do that, customers should be fully involved and also get loyal. What are the key elements of social commerce? Well, content strategy, which I refer to storytelling. This is one of the most interesting techniques to get the passion of our customers. Influencer marketing, you might like it or not, but we have to be aware that this is a real part of the business in the 4.0 era. ADV and social ADV with all the tools offered by social platforms. They help you to study the targets, and they help you build the communication strategy targeted to your targets. This is what social platforms are up to. I'd like to talk about Facebook Shop and Instagram Reel. Facebook Shop, Mark Zuckerberg openly declared that this is a clear answer to the revolution of Amazon. And I read his declaration: a place to discover and buy products through Facebook app, where companies will be able to offer products directly to their customers without changing the website. This is an idea which is offered by proprietary platforms to channel increasingly any actions by users. All the actions that we do, all the things we do on social platforms are studied, traced, and given to algorithms, which in turn propose contents and develop data, which are later used to do target activities connected with ADV. This is a very useful tool by Facebook. Why is it so? We'll have the opportunity to sell products directly online without developing an e-commerce. We will be able to upload an unlimited number of products, create catalogues, customize the platform also visually. We will be able to manage all the stages, including customer care and after sales. We will be able to send links for tracing. We will be able to follow the shipment and the returns, all the things we do today. Then, as for all social platforms, we will be able to analyze statistics, data, number of visits, customer experiences, Unfortunately, this will not be available soon in Italy. Now it's in the beta test stage in the US. The checkup will be managed through Facebook Pay, so that users will be able to offer their financial credentials so that they can buy directly through Facebook page. A few days ago, we heard something new. In the live stages of Facebook, during the streaming, we will be able to tag the products which have been included in our catalog, and the users will have the opportunity to buy the products we are putting on display. Another piece of novelty is Instagram Reel, which is a response by the most famous platforms to TikTok. It's a tool whereby we can be creative, fully creative. We'll be able to create videos from the Facebook platform with a number of inbuilt tools within the platform. For example, we will be able to visit audio libraries without copyright, which will be freely used. You will be able to use augmented reality and graphic filters on the images. You can work on speed. You'll be able to create multi-tracks so that you will be able to use things smartly from the cellular phone to create contents, not more than 15 seconds, as it is the case for stories. And that will be very useful to develop social commerce strategies. I would like now to move to the conclusions of my presentation. We heard about digital revolution of new targets. We heard about the importance of visual things, how social media have become indispensable for communication and for business. I would like to invite you to reflect about a common denominator, i.e. technology. We speak a lot about the relationship of real life and technology. There is a new word which has been adopted by the fashion world, i.e. phygital, i.e. the combination between the physical and the digital space. The idea of phygital, customer experience will become increasingly important. It will be more and more important, and that will be the key of modern marketing activities. And the high-end range implies the need to redesign the customer journey in order to meet the needs of our new users. There are many different formats made available by a visual content strategy. And the video is becoming the most immediate and the fastest instrument, be it a video conference or something uploaded on the social media, Facebook, Instagram, or a virtual show. And Daniela will explain what that is. The videos will be the most important marketing trend in the coming months. Thank you very much for your attention. The floor to Daniela. Thank you very much, Serena. Well, as Serena said, video contents are increasingly important. We heard about that at the time of the pandemic, the video conferences, which we already knew, but we were not using that very much. Now distances are shorter. We are closer to agents, to reps, to distributors, and to our customers. That's a great opportunity offered by the digital tool. We'll now show you a short video clip to attract your attention on the fact that digital tools can be a great support to trade and to your selling actions and strategies. We'll see a virtual ceremony on a sale. That illustrates what we can do with a digital tool. Distances are shorter, there are no more borders. We can get connected to all our customers through this very effective tool so that we can be better organized in trading. The video conference is another important digital tool which is very topical. And I will speak about the CRM application. What's that? It's a very important tool. When speaking of multi-channel, any CRM activity should be exhaustive. That means we should have, within a CRM, we should have video conference and all the activities useful to generate communication from a shop presenting a new brand or new products. That has to be shown to their human resources first. So the brand wants to communicate to all distributors to display the new lines and the new collections. The marketing management of customers. Everything is hinged on customers. Today, we should be aware that profiling customers is extremely important. And we should do that also on their family relationship. We can collect all these info from our contact and to get a prospective new customer. We get all the information that we need so that we can profile our customer. When we profile customers in the CRM, we have two key elements: the customer, whom we are knowing better and better, and the product. So it's the combination customer and product which can make the difference. We can trace that. We can learn about his or her interests and preferences. And that is useful not only to make statistics, but also to use the accurate profile to catch the future and to make forecasts for the company, so that, based on the interest you traced, so that you can identify or create new collections or new brands. A CRM is very useful to that end. This is a web-based application. Think of it as if it were a web site for producers and for retailers. Let's see some of the key functions. You can have a full catalog inside that would be very useful for your reps. We can show the full range of products. Simply get connected from any part of the world to the customer.
This will be listed according to the novelties, the industrial novelties, the business novelties, or by using tags, which are, for example, research tools. You can enter, diamonds, a watch. This will trigger the software, which in turn will come up with very interesting results. This is, for example, the profit profiling we did. Of course, each company will be able to customize it and set it as they wish. So you have catalog, collections, but then you also have two more examples of the many tools. One is news, because you want to be proactive, you want to be in close contact with your customers. Physical shows, such as this one, will remain very important, but you also might want to communicate about a novelty that you have in your stores. When you create a brand identity, clients, by linking up to our CRM, will be able to have access to our press releases. In the advertising platform, you will also have an upload and download control switchboard to monitor the press releases, which are still very relevant. This is what I was mentioning at the beginning of my presentation, i.e. the combination of offline and online marketing. So once again, this is a very powerful sales tool. Yet another very intriguing example. In this case, we have an online catalog. You have your comprehensive offering divided by product, by item, by SKUs, by options. And you can also introduce a technical profiling. When your customer enters, he or she will have a customized and dedicated access, and therefore he will have access to special products that have been highlighted for him in his own or her own currency of preference, and so on and so forth. This is detail with close-ups of the different options available. Let's say a customer is interested in a product, but with a different stone. Well, by using this tool, we will be able to manufacture the product the client is interested in quite swiftly. Data is stored in real time, and this enables us to be constantly connected to our customer base. This is again another piece of novelty of our CRM tool. Business intelligence has been added. Business intelligence will enable us to translate the software and the application in any possible language. And this again is very useful. Our clients will have access to our communication strategy, will be kept up to date with all the novelties, but you will also be able to speak their own language, not just Italian or English. You'll be able to have the same information presented in Arabic, in any Asian language, any language you wish. This will enable you to reach fantastic results. This is another example. In real time, by using a simple tablet or a smartphone or your laptop, you will be able to display the customer order. So the customer is placing an order either physically at the store or digitally via one of the many devices. The order, a copy of the order, will be sent to the seller, to the client, and to the business real time. This will speed up the order processing activity, the marketing activities as well, and the post-marketing activities. So again, an extremely useful tool translating into better performance. Now I'd like to draw your attention to another feature. This slide gives you an overview of all the different actions we can take. So we have profiled the customers, we have matched the client with the best product possible. And here you see all the info that can be triggered. Let's say Mr. Smith, this is Mr. Smith page, and by these very neat graphics you can see what Mr. Smith has bought this year, last year, in the past. You have the total sales divided by product, or broken down by product. This shows the level of satisfaction the customer had with a product. And again, this is a very useful piece of information for us that we can leverage on to have a perfect understanding of the taste of your customers. So you have past data, and you also have a cross-selling opportunity based on past purchases. The application triggers consistent suggestions. Let's say that Mr. Smith bought a nice necklace with a little heart, and the application is suggesting to sell a bracelet with the same design to the same customer. And of course then it's the human touch that you will be able to provide to finalize the sale. Let's say Mr. Smith is a faithful customer coming back over and over again, somebody who has bought several watches in the past. Some alternative proposals are triggered by the application. Products the customer has never looked at, but nevertheless products that could be of interest. Let's say that Mr. Smith is used to going to the store we have in Milan, but we also have another store in Rome. All of a sudden, Mr. Smith ends up at the Rome store. In the past, we wouldn't be used to get information at a store about a client who had been used to going to a different store in a different city. Thanks to the new application, this is no longer a problem. The shop assistant at the Rome store will be able to trigger the information that had been collected about the very same client, but at a different store, i.e. the Milan store. So all of this has become now possible, which in turn translates into a high-value sales proposition. I'm going to wrap up by dwelling on this slide. I really think that the data in our master database should be used in a completely different way. We need more info, more data in a clever way. And by having at our disposal this new application, which is absolutely dynamic, because you can add information on the go. You know, today you have a page with all the info about Mr. Smith, but you can add the info about his wife, his children, and other relatives, which in turn will give you a highly detailed and advanced client profiling, which you will be able to use for marketing, but also for sales. Marketing activities can be easily generated. You can send newsletter to the client. You can give him a call. Let's say that you are also taking care of repair, which is not unusual for your stores. The client will receive an update about the repair. Messages can be sent out via WhatsApp, and you can inform your client that repair has been done and the item can now be collected. So all the things I told you about, the idea of phygital, physical plus digital. So the interaction between the physical store and the e-commerce has become possible. This is why we now say that high-end business has a one-to-one approach. We need to get the most, we need to collect as much information as possible about our customers, because this will give us a competitive edge vis-a-vis other competitors. And you know very well how important it is to get out from the crowd in these busy times. I will now end with a strong message. I've told you about technology. I've told you that social marketing, e-commerce, social networks aim at making customers more proactive and more involved and engaged with our brand and with our products. But technology is not everything. Technology is a tool supporting your sales activity. The world, thanks to technology, has become a smaller place. However, nothing will replace the human touch. The human touch, your know-how, your ability to connect with customers will never be replaced by technology. Technology is there to support you, but it's the magic you'll be able to create around your pieces of jewelry that will be your strength. thank you very much. Thank you for following us, and I wish you a very enjoyable rest of the day. We're here at hall number 2, stand 185. Bye bye.
Per dirla in francese,
sì, quello sì, però
lei diceva veloce.
le veloci che tante. Mi sono spostata da lì, c'era una lama di gelo pazzesca. Là.
Infatti continuate a dire che avevate fame, ma io non penso.
E tu sei ancora, è siciliana, sei.
Siciliana, ho il sangue.
Infatti stamattina sono fuggita là perché ho usato questa spalla che
Sì, no, ma lì io non so il tecnico come fa, che c'è una lama di gelo che, no? Che scende
Cioè,
giù.
fatela sanificare la